Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. This is Ghazala Amin with PRM 700 Advanced Project Management. This will be your 24th lecture, and we are slowly and steadily moving towards, actually very fast, we are moving towards the end of the semester. We have covered a lot of knowledge areas, but I would like to dedicate this particular lecture to the next most important, I wouldn't use the word most important, but one of the phases of the project, which is the execution and the control phase. The reason why I don't want to use the word most important, because I tend to use that word for every knowledge area and every phase of the project. And the reality is that they all have their own important role and should be considered very important, or important enough that we cannot forego any one of those knowledge areas, or we cannot put less importance to any of these knowledge areas or phases of the project. But if you remember the bell curve, the maximum usage of resources, whether they are man or cost, whether they are the human resources or cost resources, either one of them, the most usage is in the execution phase. If you are an ideal project manager and you have done all your work upfront in the planning phase, then this would be the time for you to actually sit back and relax and just monitor what the results are, and the results are planned versus the actual, the variances. And if you've done your work so well, these variances will be minimal or negligible. With that, moving on. The project framework and integration. Throughout this lecture, I will be actually trying to summarize some of the concepts so that the concepts are reviewed for your use and need. If I look at the project life cycle, the project life cycle is from the beginning to the end of it. During the project life cycle, you continuously keep working on your project team development. Remember the 5 phases of forming, norming, storming, then performing and adjourning. While you are doing all that, what are you doing? You are managing your project human resources. Human resource or the team building is not a one-time task. It should be done continuously throughout the life cycle of the project. The different phases that make up the project life cycle are the project initiation, the planning, execution, monitoring and control, and then the closure phase. Every phase needs a sign-off to move from one phase to another. And the sign-off is never done by the project manager. It is always taken to the sponsors and your upper project managers or your program managers or your upper management for sign-off, and they will look at whether it makes sense to continue on to the next phase. The activities or the processes are several. According to PMI, there are 42 processes according to the 4th edition of PMBOK. There are 42 processes within the 9 knowledge areas strewn across the 5 phases of the project life cycle. In a chronological order or moving from basic, in the initiation phase, we are looking at project organization. We are trying to organize the project. Then WBS being the cornerstone of quality planning, listing of all the activities. Then project scheduling, estimation, costing, moving on, project monitoring, and then the controlling of meetings, status reports, generation of templates, writing the change, getting the change approved, ensuring that the changes are beneficial, and then moving on to the closure phase where you actually try to do the project closeout. Even the project closeout have certain and several list of activities that need to be performed by the project manager. If I look underneath, there is change and risk management. Change and risk management needs to start early and continue to be reviewed and modified and updated throughout the life of the project. Contract and customer relationship management. Important aspects of stakeholder management. You and the procurement manager, you continue to manage that relationship. You continue to manage the procurement from beginning to the end of the project. The 5 processes or the 5 phases of the project life cycle. Initiation, planning, and now we are in the execution and the controlling phase. There is a bi-directional arrow. That means they go hand in hand. The execution, while it's going on, we are continuously monitoring and controlling these activities. Whenever there's a gap in between, whenever you see holes during the execution, you take those process back to the drawing board in the planning phase. You try to resolve those issues, document it, making sure that they're beneficial, and then come back to the execution and you start your monitoring again. Those arrows keep going back until all is said and done, and then there's a natural movement of it towards the end, which is the closing process. The project plan, execution and control, we're going to sum it up together and talk about execution and control together. The primary process for carrying out the project plan. The processes and actions to monitor execution of project plan. The primary process for carrying out the project plan, that means you have identified, defined all the activities, and now you are in the implementation phase. Now you are in the process of actually taking those activities and executing them. और दूसरा क्या है? It talks about the monitoring of the execution. The processes and actions to monitor execution of project plan. एक तो हो गया कि हम कर रहे हैं, और दूसरा ये कि हम monitor कर रहे हैं कि are we working according to plan or are we straying away from it? Yeah, there are certain variances. Project manager at all times must integrate and manage multiple processes at any time during the project life cycle. Project manager ढेर processes को एक time पे देख रहा होता है और juggle कर रहा होता है. And he or she needs to make sure that none of the processes are missed. Every knowledge area is touched, all templates are being filled, all status reports are being provided to the right stakeholders, and appropriate information is being distributed. ना ज़्यादा ना कम. जिसको ज़्यादा इन्फॉर्मेशन की ज़रूरत है उसको ज़्यादा मिल रही है, और जिसको कम इन्फॉर्मेशन की ज़रूरत है मगर पर्टिनेंट इन्फॉर्मेशन की ज़रूरत है उसको टू द पॉइंट, कंसाइज, प्रिसाइज इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल रही है. The purpose of project monitoring and control is to do several things. सबसे पहले monitor and understand project progress. Quietly and confidently keep observing and understanding whether the project is on the right path or not. And when you're monitoring these activities, you're also understanding if there is any need to take any corrective action. अगर सब कुछ सही चल रहा है तो all is well, we don't need to worry about it. मगर अगर सब कुछ वैसे ही नहीं चल रहा जैसे प्लान्ड है, एंड इन दैट स्टेट व्हाट डू वी नीड टू डू? वी नीड टू टेक करेक्टिव एक्शंस. When project performance deviates from the project plan, अब वर्ड deviate को अंडरलाइन किया गया है. जहां भी वेरिएंस आती है, प्लान कुछ और होता है और एक्चुअल में कुछ और हो रहा होता है. 4 हफ्ते का काम 5वां हफ्ता गुजर गया है और लग रहा है कि 6ठा हफ्ता भी आ जाएगा और काम खत्म नहीं होगा. What is it? There's a serious deviation. What do we need to do? We need to actually come in and take some corrective actions. Corrective actions could be in multiple form. हो सकता है हम नए resources को लेके आए, हो सकता है हम experts को लेके आए, हो सकता है कि ये जो resource काम कर रहा है उसको overtime के लिए convince करा जाए. मगर जो भी है, you need to monitor and take some corrective action. इन चीज़ों को हम issues document में document करते हैं, उसको observe करते हैं, उसके updates लिखते हैं और make sure that if it is a high priority issue, then it becomes part of your project status report, ताकि कस्टमर और स्पॉन्सर और आपकी अपनी प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट टीम जो है, they are aware of this issue, so that they are informed team members and team stakeholders, and there is no surprise if because of this particular activity आपका पूरा प्रोजेक्ट जो है वो डिले ना हो जाए. So, majority of project resources and cost is spent to effectively execute and implement the project activities. ये जो statement है, ये वही statement है कि bell curve में वहाँ जब top peak आती है, वो it's in the execution phase of it. And the reason to understand that is so important. Why is it important? It is important because during the execution phase जितने भी changes आते हैं, they are incurring more cost and you're wasting resources. Planning phase में तो ये सिर्फ किताबों की बात थी, paper work था. अब there are human beings and there are material resources that are being wasted because of every day that is wasted because of either negligence from your part as a project manager or negligence because of flaws in the process or planning. We need to attempt to minimize it, मगर ये we also need to understand कि this thing will happen. Changes आएंगे और issues होंगे. So we need to be sure that we are ready to tackle these issues as well as possible. हम सब we all understand कि why project monitoring and control should be done. मगर let's look at some of the data. When project monitoring and control is not done well, then what happens? Lots of time is spent in meetings trying to discover project status rather than reporting on it. अगर project customer को ये शक और शुबा हो जाए कि as a project manager and as a project organization you don't have things in control, then your time and sometimes your project team's time will be wasted in meetings called by the upper sponsors in trying to find issues and trying to resolve issues during those meetings. फिर वो मीटिंग 1 घंटे के बजाय 2 घंटे 3 घंटे लंबी होना शुरू हो जाती हैं. अगर आप प्रोजेक्ट स्टेटस को सही से नहीं बता सकते हैं अपने स्पॉन्सर को, तो वो स्पॉन्सर खुद कोशिश करेगा कि वो स्टेटस फाइंड करे. Sometimes they start talking to your team members without your information or without you being informed of that state. फिर data is extremely important हर चीज के लिए. Why am I doing well? उसका भी रीजन है. Why am I not doing well? इसके लिए भी references और reasons होने चाहिए. ये सारे जो reasons and references हैं, they are helpful to make management decisions. मगर जब हम monitoring and control पे अपना time effectively नहीं utilize कर सकते हैं या हमको experience नहीं है monitoring and control को manage करने का, तो फिर we will not have the data that is needed for management decisions when they need it. तीसरा bullet, actions that should have been taken early on are not identified until it is too late. अगर आप कस्टमर को ना बता सकें early on कि इशू है या कोई रिस्क जो इशू बन रहा है या कोई चेंज जो आप फोरसी कर सकते हैं होने वाला है या हो चुका है, अगर आप पहले से इन्फॉर्म्ड कस्टमर नहीं मैनेज कर सके हैं तो फिर जब वो इशू बहुत बड़ा हो जाएगा तो फिर होगा ये कि आपका कस्टमर आपको हेल्प नहीं कर सकेगा. At that point in time, even a small change will seem like a big issue. Actions that should have been taken early on are not identified until it is too late. Why should we care as project managers? Obviously, the reason is extremely clear, because now who is this you? The you is the project manager. If you do not know what is going on, corrective actions cannot be taken early when it is least expensive. जितना देर इशू चलेंगे, longer it takes, more expensive, that means more resources have been consumed in its movement or its progress. अगर change planning phase में हो जाए तो वो least expensive है. Remember, अब हम बेल कर्व में आ गए, सबसे ज़्यादा यूटिलाइज हो रही हैं इस वक्त रिसोर्सेज हमारी, सबसे ज़्यादा कॉस्टली है इस वक्त प्रोजेक्ट. छोटे छोटे चेंजेस आर कॉस्टिंग आर रिसोर्सेज. फिर लैक ऑफ मैनेजमेंट इनसाइट एंड ओवरसाइट मेक प्रोजेक्ट रिजल्ट्स हाईली अनप्रेडिक्टेबल इवन लेटर इन द प्रोजेक्ट. अब हम दो वर्ड यूज कर रहे हैं, लैक ऑफ मैनेजमेंट इनसाइट. प्रोजेक्ट टीम जो है या मैनेजमेंट है, प्रोजेक्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस मैनेजमेंट या स्पॉन्सर्स या कस्टमर्स, दे डोंट नो व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन, लैक ऑफ इनसाइट. या फिर because they felt that the project manager was not in control, project manager could not take charge, they started micromanaging your project. And they started delegating activities. They started coming in and looking for status and creating status for your project. Now it's the micromanagement or too much of oversight. Either is a dangerous situation. Makes project results highly unpredictable even later in the project. If your confidence, now if the project manager's confidence in the status that you give to your customer is low, they probably perceive it. इंसान बहुत ट्रांसपेरेंट है, मैं बार बार कहती हूँ. If you don't know, if you don't feel confident about the status that you're providing to the customer, they will find it. From your conversation, they will perceive that your lack of confidence. If you haven't done your homework, if you're not prepared for a meeting, the customer will find out. And most of the time, these are make or break kind of meetings. If you lose their confidence, then you've lost the game. So it is very important to be prepared, to be on top of things and safeguard your team and your project team members. Project monitoring and control goals. इसमें दो actions हैं. First of all is monitoring your project against the plan. Actual performance and progress of the project are monitored against the project plan. Actual अब जो हो रहा है versus what I had planned. फिर वही वाली बात कि अगर 4 हफ्ते में कोई काम होना है और 5वां हफ्ता हो गया है और आपको लग रहा है कि काम नहीं खत्म होगा, that is the variance. And week to week you should be monitoring the variance. So the actual performance, the work that is being performed now and the progress of the project are monitored against what we had planned out for each of the activities. Once there are variances, that means planned कुछ और था और actual कुछ और हो रहा है, then what do? We manage corrective action to closure. Corrective actions are managed to closure when the project's performance or results deviate significantly from the plan. 4 हफ्ते का काम है, 5वां हफ्ता, 6ठा हफ्ता और अब 7वां हफ्ता भी गुजरने वाला है, and we are nowhere. It could be because the machines are stuck on the dock. Until and unless we get the machines, we cannot start the construction work. और अगर कोई टेक्नोलॉजिकल डिले हो रहा है तो the upgrade has happened. That means वो जो वर्जन था that we were developing our software on has been changed or upgraded by the originating company. और हमको हमारे पास वो नया वर्जन नहीं आ रहा. We are unable to procure the licenses to start the development and we are stuck. And we will be stuck for the next 2 or 3 weeks if we cannot determine and the customer does not agree to this delay. Then you have to shut your program or project down. If the customer agrees to this state, then what do you need to do? Even though it is very expensive to keep your resources in a static state, but you, with the commitment and with the agreement from the customer, you can actually put your resources in a static state until you're able to procure the license, as in the last example. Either way, you have to manage corrective action to closure. Project monitoring and controlling against the project plan. पहली वाली जो बुलेट थी हमारे पास. Project plan is in the middle because we've done all the planning, we've created the project plan, and the definition of project plan is to use that as a guiding factor during the execution and the controlling phase of the project. So project plan is in the middle and all these bubbles are originating from this center title, which is a project plan. So based on the project plan, I am going to establish the budget and schedule. Based on the project plan, I'm going to continue to identify project risk. Based on the project plan, I am going to plan for my project resources. Based on the project plan, I'm going to plan for data management. Again, originating from the plan, the project plan, I'm going to plan for needed knowledge and skills. Identify any training need for my resources, any mentoring need or any coaching need for my resources. Based on it, I'm going to establish my project plan. Now, all is established, templates are being filled as we planned it, and we are moving at a certain pace to make sure that we meet the target. Another one is plan your stakeholder involvement. We know that stakeholders need to be available, and within the communication management plan document, I have planned how my stakeholders will be involved in the project, so my project does not suffer from the words that we have used before, the lack of oversight or the insight. Now, when all these measuring yardsticks are established and we are monitoring each of these activities, I will move on to, if there is any variance, I am going to analyze my issues. I am going to take corrective actions, and I am also going to manage my corrective actions. Think of the issues management template that was shared with you. And now think of the picture where from the planning phase, the project plan was developed, we come down to the execution, monitoring and controlling is going on. Now, when we see any issues with it, which is analyzing issues, corrective actions, and then managing corrective actions, you go back to the planning phase or the project plan itself. Now those arrows that are going back and forth make more sense. Project monitoring and control goals. Examples used for project monitoring and control include, but is definitely not limited to, number of open and closed corrective actions. Issues आ रहे हैं, you prioritize them, you take action items, you escalate issues, you get appropriate help, you delegate it to different resources for resolution. It could be either in an open state, closed state, or in progress state. So, within the monitoring and control phase, number of open and closed corrective actions can be witnessed. फिर project milestone dates. Project milestone dates, जिस तरह से एग्जाम्पल हमने यूज़ की थी पिछले लेक्चर में कि we are going from Lahore to Islamabad. Are we on the right track? We see these little markers on the motorway. How much have we traveled? How many kilometers is the next rest stop? So on so forth, to track, are we on the right path or not? Are we making the right progress? So the project milestone dates. अगर milestones reason for celebration है, तो we need to ensure that we are meeting and targeting those dates. Monitoring and control में और भी बहुत सी activities होती हैं. One of the significant activities will be number and types of reviews that are performed. कुछ तो होती हैं performance reviews या status report reviews. These are meetings that are held once a month, once a quarter, or once a week, depending on the needs of the project and the customer. मगर कितने हो रहे हैं, कब हो रहे हैं, कैसे हो रहे हैं, क्यों हो रहे हैं और किन के साथ हो रहे हैं are part of your monitoring and control goals. And then reviewing schedule. Are we meeting or exceeding targets? Are we on track or are we not on track? ये सारी जो monitoring and controlling activities होती हैं, these would fall under the review of schedule. और भी बहुत सी चीज़ें हो सकती हैं monitoring and control में, and they all need to be added as activities in your activity list. Execution, monitoring and control में initiation phase में हमारे पास दो processes थे और closure phase में भी दो processes हैं. Planning was the bigger bulk of it. We had about 20 processes out there. अगर हम execution में जाएं और देखें तो we have 8 processes out there. Directing and managing project execution. Managing stakeholders' expectation. Performing my quality assurance. And then most of it is from the project human resource knowledge area, which is acquiring project team, developing the project team, and then managing the project team. Under communication management, there is the distribute information. And another one from the procurement's knowledge area is the conduct procurements. So, 8 processes within the execution phase. उसके नीचे अगर हम देखते हैं तो monitoring and control में भी about 10 processes हैं. And they are from different knowledge areas. सबसे पहला जो है monitoring and control of project work. You are verifying scope, making sure कि scope being one of the constraints, there's no scope creep, there aren't any changes that are unidentified changes or scope creeps in there. जो भी change है वो हम monitor और control कर रहे हैं, manage कर रहे हैं, change control board को inform कर रहे हैं, उनसे sign off ले रहे हैं ताकि वो change implement हो जाए. फिर performing quality control, another quality knowledge area aspect. What are we doing monitoring and control में that needs to be underlined is reporting performance. Any variances, trends, significant holes or gaps हम performance reporting में catch कर रहे हैं. We are also monitoring and analyzing risks continuously and continually throughout the project life cycle. फिर अगला जो process, performing integrated change control. We are not only controlling cost but we are also controlling scope. ऊपर जाते हैं procurement knowledge area का, we are also administration or administrating the procurements and we are also controlling schedule. नीचे के जो 3 processes हैं, these are controlling your triple constraint. And again, the reason why there was so much emphasis put on the project cost management knowledge area, project time management knowledge area and then the project scope management knowledge area. ये जो 3 चीजें होती हैं, cost, time, schedule और scope, these are again limitations or boundaries for the project manager. इसीलिए controlling and making sure that you are not deviating and you're not straying away from these targets is very, very important. So, controlling cost, controlling scope and controlling schedule. Controlling cost being the project cost management, controlling scope, project scope management, controlling schedule, project time management processes. All together, 18 processes under the execution, monitoring and control phases. Summing it all up, by this time, hopefully that you will see the color-coded version of this slide. You should be able to start identifying why and where some of these processes fall for each of the knowledge areas. For example, the color code green is for project cost management. If I look at the orange, it is representing the quality management knowledge area. Another one will be the burgundy, as I see it, is for the risk management. And all of them, most of them are falling under the planning phase and one falling under the monitoring and control aspect. Human resource management जो है, वो bulk of it is under the execution phase because that is when we acquire most of the project resources. So obviously bulk of the processes for project human resource management falls under the execution phase. And then a little bit of it obviously is the first process is done in the planning phase, and that is only to plan out how they will be brought on board, when they will be released, how they will be managed and trained. So at this point in time, these 42 processes based on the PMBOK 4th edition should be very clear in everyone's head. as to why, with the reason of why they belong in a certain phase of the project life cycle. Project closure. Last but not the least phase of the project. At the end of every phase, you may have to go into the closure phase. So there is one direct line coming from controlling to the closure phase, but there could be indirect or dotted lines from each of the phase into the closure phase. If the project needs to be terminated because of several reasons, if I take an example, in the initiation phase, if you're doing a feasibility study where you're identifying stakeholders and you're looking at the initial scope, you're going out and identifying stakeholders and then also creating the charter document, and you realize that it is not feasible to move on to the next phase or the planning phase. Stakeholders are never available. This is the 4th week going and you haven't been able to have a significant meeting with the stakeholders. That would be a good time to close your project. So in this particular example, you will move from the initiation phase into the closure phase. Or another example, if you move from initiation phase to the planning phase, you've put it all together, you have the resources, now you've put down your activity list and started costing your resources, putting a time bound. The customer expects you to do this project in 6 months. Based on all the planning, all the time management processes that you've covered, or the cost management processes that you've taken care of, you realize that it is not humanly possible to complete that project in the asked time frame. This would be a good point or good moment to raise your concerns, and if your project organization is sharing your concerns, then this will be a good time to move or terminate the project without going into the execution and the controlling phase. So again, after the end of the planning process, you could have a dotted line going directly to your closure phase. So with that concept in your head, let's move on to project closure. Project closure consists of documenting project results at that point in time. Whatever the results are, they need to be documented appropriately to formalize acceptance of the product, of the project, by the project sponsors or the customer. Project closure includes several things. जो ज़्यादा important चीज़ें हैं, we'll discuss them. जो सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ जो होती है प्रोजेक्ट क्लोजर फेज में, एक तो एंड यूज़र साइन ऑफ होता है, उसके बाद या उसी के पैरेलल में लेसन्स लर्नड एक्टिविटी. लेसन्स लर्नड एक्टिविटी हमको बताती है कि चीज़ें, थिंग्स दैट वेंट वेल और थिंग्स दैट डिड नॉट गो वेल. दूसरी चीज़ हिस्टोरिकल आर्काइव्स. प्रोजेक्ट क्लोजर में जितना भी काम हुआ है, इंक्लूडिंग द इंटेलेक्चुअल कैपिटल, all that information needs to be archived properly and stored. फिर जो सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ जो हमने अभी कहा है ऊपर कि कस्टमर और एंड यूज़र साइन ऑफ, विदाउट दैट आपका प्रोजेक्ट क्लोज ही नहीं हो सकता है. आप कोई और प्रोसेस ना फॉलो करें प्रोजेक्ट क्लोजर में, मगर जब तक आपका कस्टमर या एंड यूज़र साइन ऑफ नहीं हो जाता, या कस्टमर एक पीस ऑफ डॉक्यूमेंट साइन करके नहीं कह देता कि आपका प्रोजेक्ट क्लोज हो गया है, दैट मीन्स यू आर लीगली बाउंड टू दैट यू आर अटैच विद द प्रोजेक्ट. सो प्रोजेक्ट क्लोजर में प्रोजेक्ट कस्टमर और एंड यूज़र साइन ऑफ डॉक्यूमेंटेशन, टीम अप्रेजल्स performance reviews, how did my team work with me, etc. etc. और भी बहुत से documentation हो सकते हैं project closure phase में, मगर just highlighting some of the very few significant ones. अब बात करते हैं project closure क्यों हो सकता है, कैसे होता है. So project closure may result from project completion as agreed by the sponsor. That means we went from the initiation phase, we did our planning, we went into the execution, we monitored and controlled activities, and now everything is taken care of. We think we've resolved the issues, the changes, we managed it, we've gone through all the phases, and now we are ready to close out our project. So project completion as agreed by the sponsor. In this situation, all project activities and work is complete. Mutual agreement to close out the project. ये एक situation ऐसी भी हो सकती है जब based on the work that is going on, that has gone on, or because of some reason the customer and the project organization, which includes you as a project manager, want to close the project out. And the reason why they could be in agreement to close the project could be because of lack of funds. Either party does not have the resources to continue on with the project. Customer के पास शायद पैसे नहीं हैं, और आपके पास based on the planning you have decided that you will not be able to acquire the resource or resources, not just the human resources, maybe the technology, because of legal binding, because of political situation, you are unable to secure the resources. एक और चीज हो सकती है change in policy. The project that you could be doing, अगर हम social sector development की बात करते हैं, हो सकता है कि there's a major change in policy. Elections होते हैं, नई government आती है, और अब हम social development project नहीं कर सकते जो हम पहले करना चाह रहे थे, because of the change in attitude or change in political scenario. In this case, mutual agreement से we can close out our project. एक तो म्यूचुअल अग्रीमेंट से, और फिर दूसरा ईदर ऑफ द पार्टी. अब ये वो सिचुएशन है, या तो कस्टमर इज रियली अनहैप्पी दे, और बिकॉज ऑफ सेवरल रीजन दे वांट टू क्लोज आउट, और जो प्रोजेक्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है दे डोंट वांट टू क्लोज आउट द प्रोजेक्ट, दे वांट टू कंटिन्यू टू वर्क ऑन इट. इन दिस सिचुएशन देयर इज दैट टग ऑफ वॉर. अब क्या जो हम वर्ड यूज करते हैं लीगल बाइंडिंग, if either party does not want to proceed further, then and they just say कि I want to close out the project. In that case, what happens? Breach of contract हो सकता है, legal proceedings होंगी, lawsuits, etc. etc. फिर एक वो नया काम शुरू हो जाएगा. Supreme Court, High Court, legal courts, corporate lawyers coming in, taking care of it, reading through your charter documentation, looking at your contracts, and this would be the time when you would realize as project management office personnel or project team members that it is so important to review and re-review the words in your documentations, especially the charter document or the statement of work, or any documents that you're sharing with the customer, because every word that you have said or emailed or put in a written form can be taken against you or can be used for you either way. एक और बड़ी अनफॉर्चुनेट सिचुएशन हो सकती है प्रोजेक्ट क्लोजर फेज में आने के लिए. Use up whatever is available or left before change of office or administration. बड़ी सैड सिचुएशन है जहां प्रोजेक्ट फंडिंग हमको मिलती है 2 करोड़ की, हम वो खा पी के बराबर कर लेते हैं और नाउ वी डोंट हैव इनफ फंडिंग टू प्रोसीड ऑन विद द प्रोजेक्ट. एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन चेंज हो गई, चेंज ऑफ ऑफिस हो गया. अब हम वीव डिसाइडेड दैट वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू गो फॉरवर्ड विद द प्रोजेक्ट बिकॉज देयर इज नो फंडिंग अवेलेबल नाउ. Change in government policies or priorities. Government change हुई या government ने realize किया because of political pressures that we don't want to proceed with whatever we have decided before. इसके 2 examples हमारे पास अभी recent history में हैं. ERA projects. After the 2005 earthquake in Islamabad, ERA came into existence and got funds for taking care of certain projects. Few years later, while some projects were in progress, because of whatever reason, but let's focus on the closure phase right now. The whole project office was called up, meaning some projects, even though they were close to being completed, now had to be stopped. So, because of change in government policies or procedure, irrespective of which phase we were in, irrespective of whether we were doing well or not doing well, we kind of got forced into moving into the project closure phase. फिर change in, अगर हम macro level पे देखते हैं, change in government policies or priorities or people who were funding us. Recent history में UN funded and administered projects were put in the closure phase. And the money was diverted to other organizations. So resources that were working on the closure phase, on these projects, kind of got forced into moving into more of a closure phase at that point in time. So why do we need project closure? The purpose of project closure is to ensure several things. Project is formally accepted or terminated. Contractual obligations are met. Project records are completed, saved, and archived. Essential documentation is retained. ये जो 2 बुलेट्स हैं जिसको अभी मैंने कवर किया है, जब प्रोजेक्ट क्लोजर होता है, कोई भी ऐसा प्रोजेक्ट नहीं होगा जिसमें जो प्रोजेक्ट ऑफिस पर्सनल के डेस्कटॉप पे जाएं और प्रोजेक्ट रिलेटेड डॉक्यूमेंट इज ऑल ओवर द प्लेस. जब हमने लीगल इम्प्लीकेशंस की बात की है तो इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट ऑल रेलेवेंट प्रोजेक्ट डेटा इज पुट इन अ फोल्डर in a shared directory and stored, archived, burnt on a CD. ये जो activities हैं, these take time and effort. So a day or 2 days should be set aside for all project office people to go through this activity कि जो भी project related material है, hard copy or soft copy, should be saved on a shared drive and removed and deleted from their individual desktops. 2 days set aside for every office personnel. This will ensure that all are working towards one goal of saving the important data for the project or the project related material. जो डॉक्यूमेंटेशन इम्पॉर्टेंट नहीं है उसको उस वक्त डिलीट कर दिया जाएगा. सारे स्टेटस रिपोर्ट्स शुड बी टाइम स्टैम्प्ड so that 2 years, 3 years from today, when you need to grab hold of any important documentation or any change documentation, you go under the project directory, you go under the change management folder, and the relevant file should have some kind of name lead. So you'll open up, or either it's time stamped, you open up that file and voila, you have your change management document out there. That is the purpose of it, and nowadays this is becoming more and more important. Contractually, you're obligated to retain the data for a period of whatever the need is, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Okay. Moving on, the resources, the 3M, the man, machine and material are released appropriately. अगर आपने phone line ली हुई है तो the contracts need to be closed down. SIMs need to be released. That means they don't get charged under the project cost. अगर building को lease पे लिया हुआ है तो from that particular date the lease needs to be terminated so that your project does not continue to pay for the rent. लोगों को रिलीज किया जा चुका हो ताकि जो 3 हफ्ते की ड्यू नोटिस होती है उन लोगों को प्रोवाइड की जा सके. Nobody is sitting there idle. Everyone takes care of the work and you know when to release them ताकि वो burden नहीं cause करें project cost पे. Finance books are complete. Project is closed. Customer has paid for it. You identify the profit. Everything else is closed. From that point onward, nobody will be able to use your project money for paying for different items. At that point in time, the books will be closed. एक और जो important चीज़ है वो performance appraisal है इस वक्त. Performance appraisals are complete. As a project manager आपकी responsibility है लोग आपके लिए काम कर रहे होते हैं. जब लोग आपके लिए काम कर रहे होते हैं तो ये आप ही की responsibility है कि उनका अच्छा काम या उनकी development needs का ख्याल रखा जाए. And it needs to be documented. It could be a 1-pager. It could be 2 pages, whatever. Create a template and cite specific example. Positive or constructive feedback. Always. If you think somebody needs improvement in their skills or attitude or personality, you need to have given them the right experiences to improve upon it, and if you were unable to do it, then come up with examples. If somebody has the need to polish their presentation skills, then a constructive feedback will be try to find out opportunities, or in the next project when you go in, it would be wonderful if you can come up with activities to brush up on presentation skills. I think it will do a lot for your moral and your ego if you go out and present in front of audience. Learn to read your emails appropriately so that you use right words and right language when sending emails to the customers and your sponsors or your upper management, right? These are constructive feedback. You never say you wrote horrible emails. You don't know a certain language. You could not present even if your life was dependent on it. These kind of words and sentences do not go in a performance appraisal. So, constructive and positive feedback. And when things are going well, performance appraisal would be wonderful. It would always be, you always came up, you always met your target dates. I was lucky to have you as part of my team and would love to have you work for me in future projects. Whenever there is a need for you, I will make sure that you are added to my team because you have proven yourself to be a wonderful team member along with a wonderful resource that every project manager can be proud of. If all was so well, then this would be a wonderful performance appraisal, but then sometimes life is not so good to us as project managers or to people who are working for us. So either way, learn to come up with perfect and better examples than just criticizing and critiquing individuals. Human resource are let go on positive note. बहुत important चीज़ है, ये दुनिया बहुत छोटी है, और as project managers in a particular field of interest, we will keep coming across the same individuals who may or may not want to work for us. So if you have an opportunity to have people working for you or working under you as a manager, then use this opportunity skillfully so that people would like to come back and work for you in the next or upcoming project. Project closeout plan and its activities are part of the WBS tasks, and resources should be committed to ensure successful closure. सिंपल सा सेंटेंस है, मगर इसकी मीनिंग बहुत डीप है. हमने कहा 2 दिन डेडिकेट कर दिए जाएं सिर्फ लुकिंग एट माई प्रोजेक्ट. देयर इज नो एग्जीक्यूशन. मॉनिटरिंग एंड कंट्रोल फेज भी सक्सेसफुली कंप्लीट हो चुका है. Customer does not want to pay for the closure phase. They have what they wanted. It's your duty as a project manager to plan for these activities up front so that customer is committed to, and you have ensured that your team is committed to completing these closure activities well. Of spending those 2 days instead of trying to waste it and just look busy or surfing on the internet, they will use these 2 days to go through their desktop and go through their document to retain specific and important documentation for the project and deleting the rest of it. Give them priority, give them importance. Identify people who will be working on these activities up front and keep emphasizing the importance of getting these activities completed. If you don't start thinking of closeout from the beginning, then you will not be able to close out at the end. अगर शुरू से ये activities listed and paid for नहीं होंगी या resource नहीं allocate किए जाएंगे, तो ये activities कभी नहीं खत्म होंगी. If you are creating a WBS and if you just need a small list of activities that should be added under the project closure phase in your WBS or your project planning document, then this would be an ideal list. Obviously it is a very small list, but at least covers the main topics. Pehli activity that should go on as your WBS activity under the project closure phase should be project plan updates are complete. अगर आप Microsoft project या कोई Primavera या कोई tool use कर रहे हैं, so make sure under the execution from the initiation to the monitoring and control phase, all activities are in a 100% complete status. Documentation is archived. Whatever the commitment is with your customer, important documentation is put on a shared drive in a folder. Program name, project name, initiation phase के नीचे सारे documentation, for example the charter document along with timestamps. फिर planning phase के अंदर सारे meeting folder के अंदर all time-stamped meetings from first meeting to the closure meeting. All those meeting minutes are in there, and then the CD is burnt. Several copies are made. 2 are kept in your project organization. 3 or 4 are given to the customer, and then project office में share किया जाएगा. अगर it's a government, it's a legal binding project, then maybe government regulating agency gets a copy of that too. And you as a project manager always need to keep one CD secured in case you get called upon to pull out the information. You will have this information handy and secured. Legal contract closure, procurement का एक important aspect है. Administrative closure for resources. अगर आपने functional organization में resources को beg and borrow किया है तो they are let go, and from, for example, February 1st their functional manager knows that they will be coming back, so their desk is arranged for, the telephone is on the desk, and they have an assignment to start work on. Administrative closure for resources, that means from February 1st they will not be reporting to you, but they will be going back to the parent department, and the parent department's manager needs to be informed of that. It's an email or a memo, whatever the process is. They will be informed at least a month in advance, so they're not surprised when February 1st morning this resources who's been out for 2 years shows up on their doorstep. टीम अप्रेजल विद डेवलपमेंट सजेशन, इसकी बात हमने पीछे की थी, पीछे वाली स्लाइड पे. पॉजिटिव टीम क्लोजर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड देन प्रिवेंटिव एंड करेक्टिव एक्शन, लेसन्स लर्नड, ये दोनों काइंड ऑफ कैन बी बंडल्ड और डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड डिपेंडिंग ऑन द प्रोजेक्ट. थिंग्स दैट वेंट वेल and things that did not go well. Sponsor and end user sign off document. Lessons learned पे अगर हम 1 मिनट स्पेंड करें तो lessons learned का जो वक्त होता है, everybody understand that it's very important to do lessons learned meeting, but everybody is reluctant to participate in it. And the reason is that along with you, every other team member is actually looking out for other projects, or they may have already moved on to working on other assignments. और वो ये सोचते हैं रात गई बात गई, काम खत्म हो गया, अब कह के क्या फायदा होगा. But you know as a project manager that it is very important to capture things that went well and capture things that did not go well and use them for the next projects. It also highlights the issues. Personality issues, technological issues, issues with the processes, issues with the sponsor and the customers. You need to highlight the importance of having this meeting. And then the sponsor and end user sign off document. ये वो time है जब with that sign off, that documentation says all is well and everybody is happy, you have met the commitment and life is good, move on, be happy, and ready to work on the next assignment. What would be your responsibilities in a project closure phase? Completion of project documentation. अब हम अपने पे focus करते हैं as a project manager. Completeness of tasks and all terms of agreement. You are also responsible for releasing your technical environment, transferring assets, transfer warranty, operation and maintenance support. Warranty and guarantee period के लिए जो documentation है, अब वो हो सकता है आप किसी और group को दे रहे हैं. You may or may not be the manager for, project manager for the next phase of the project, which will be moving on to the operational phase. मगर they obviously will require the documentation, they will require the important products that were built, the prototypes, the meeting minutes, how the change was implemented. All that information needs to be handed over. This is not just the data, the archived documentation. It could mean much more than that. But whatever it is, it needs to be handed over. Secure intellectual capital. आप और आपके टीम मेंबर्स ने साल 2 साल इस प्रोजेक्ट पे खर्च किया है, and you developed templates, you could have developed documentation, you could have developed prototypes, you could have developed something, you could have invented something that was patented. It all depends on the kind of project that you're doing and the organization and the industry that you're working with. All that, if it is legal binding, then all that work that was created was part and property of the project that the customer paid for. All that information is the sole property of the project. We need to understand that in case there was a legal binding, अगर इस तरह की कोई legal binding नहीं था और कोई contract sign नहीं हुआ था, तो जिसने वो invention की वो उसकी ही property बन गई. But that situation is very rare. Customers and project sponsors are becoming very smart in these things. So, to ensure that competition doesn't come in and use the information that was paid for by them, they actually take it all back. And there's a legal binding कि अगर आपने ये information share की किसी के साथ और उनको पता चल जाएगा, तो they can put a lawsuit against you. Products developed during the project, all our intellectual capital, it needs to be handed over. Prepare project evaluation report. अब survey, questionnaires, lessons learned का template जो भी है, वो भी आपकी जिम्मेदारी as a project manager. Document and communicate lessons learned to the management. आपकी टीम ने आपको बता दिया कि क्या हुआ और अब आपको ये information share करनी है, चाहे it's a half-hour meeting or 1-hour meeting. And then you as a project manager are responsible for submitting the performance review to the functional managers, ताकि जब ये लोग वापस अपने अपने departments में जाएं, तो highlighted activities that the individual work on should be sent to their own respective functional managers, so that the next assignment that they get is appropriately designed or defined to meet and match the work that was done in the previous project. With this, हमने project phases के पे बहुत बात कर ली. अब अगले चंद lectures में we will continue to work on the knowledge management areas. अब हमारे पास quality रह गया है, risk रह गया है, procurement रह गया है. We may spend a lecture or 2 lectures at least minimum on each one of those knowledge areas, and then we will be reviewing at a very high level of what we have talked about during these 16 weeks. With that, Allah Hafiz, good luck to you, and I will see you in the next lecture.